Most people treat astrological gemstones as simple lucky charms, but because the underlying rules of planetary energy are so frequently misunderstood, 4 out of 5 wearers are actually amplifying the very problems they are trying to solve. This failure rate stems from a common assumption that a naturally good planet like Jupiter always requires a gemstone to attract luck. In reality, a planet's safety depends entirely on its functional status, specifically whether it rules a house of growth or a house of suffering in your individual birth chart. Think of a gemstone as an energetic multiplier. It acts as a gas pedal, strengthening a planet's existing functional influence, regardless of whether that influence is helping or harming you. Strengthening a planet that rules the 6th, 8th, or 12th house, the Dastana houses of suffering, directly intensifies the energy of disease, debt, and loss. To manage these harmful influences, Vedic practice uses charitable donation as an energetic release valve, designed to safely subtract or reduce a planet's negative impact. This subtraction provides safety, but it comes with a trade-off. While donations can quiet a harmful planet, they cannot provide the active power boost needed to strengthen a weak, beneficial one. Choosing a remedy requires knowing your chart well enough to decide if your current situation needs the energetic gas pedal of a gemstone or the release valve of a donation. These rules start with the Sun, Moon, and Mars, the planets that govern your physical vitality and daily emotional baseline. For the Sun, wearing a ruby amplifies leadership and confidence if the planet is a functional benefic. However, adding that same energy to an already strong Sun often leads to ego clashes and health issues. Donating wheat or copper helps mitigate a harmful Sun, but performing these donations when the Sun is positive can inadvertently drain your natural authority. A pearl stabilizes the mind and mother's health for a benefic moon, yet it becomes a liability if the moon rules a house of suffering, where it amplifies emotional turbulence instead. Donating milk or rice on Mondays provides a low-cost way to calm mental stress, but doing this when the moon is beneficial will disturb your internal sense of peace. Red coral boosts physical courage and property matters, though hyperactivating Mars energy carries the risk of physical burnout if the planet is already intense. Donating red lentils pacifies aggressive energy like Manglik dosha, but it can lower natural drive and blood pressure if Mars is already well placed in the chart. Even with the planets tied to our basic human traits, functional analysis is the only way to ensure a remedy doesn't work against you. This logic becomes even more critical when managing the planets that drive wealth, intelligence, and relationships: Mercury, Jupiter, and Venus. An emerald sharpens business acumen and intellect, but if Mercury is conjunct with malefic planets, the stone will amplify confusion and anxiety instead of clarity. While donating green items safely clears communication errors, doing so when Mercury is positive can actually dull your analytical capabilities. Yellow sapphire offers massive wealth-expanding potential for a benefic Jupiter, though its high cost reflects its significant power as an amplifier of wisdom and children. Donating for Jupiter is rare because for most people, giving away yellow cloth or turmeric is the equivalent of literally giving away personal luck and wealth. For Venus, a diamond amplifies luxury and romance. If Venus is a functional malefic, however, that same stone will multiply financial losses and relationship indulgence. Donating white sweets mitigates relationship turbulence, but it can drain personal magnetism if Venus is already a supportive force in your life. Using generic, uninformed charity on wealth-generating planets can act as a self-inflicted financial curse by subtracting the very fortune you're trying to build. The highest risks involve the shadow planets and Saturn, volatile, karmic forces that can trigger severe side effects if amplified incorrectly. A blue sapphire can trigger immense career growth, but because Saturn's energy is so heavy, you must wear the stone under your clothing for 3 days to ensure it doesn't manifest as sudden negative events. Donating black sesame or iron is the safer default for addressing Saturn-induced delays or depression, even if it slightly reduces your rigid sense of discipline. Hessonite supercharges Rahu for unconventional success and foreign opportunities, but it carries the trade-off of amplifying obsessions and illusions if Rahu is poorly placed. Donating coconuts safely cuts through Rahu's chaotic energy, at the cost of reducing those same high-risk technological or foreign gains. A cat's eye deepens K2's spiritual intuition, but it often pulls the wearer away from material and financial success as a side effect. Donating blankets or feeding dogs prevents the unexpected losses associated with K2, safely grounding the energy and slowing intense spiritual detachment. When dealing with these karmic taskmasters, the energetic release valve of donation is almost always the safer protocol. Patience is mandatory. No gemstone should bypass the 3-day trial rule. Delaying the result ensures you aren't inviting a crisis into your daily life. Any planet ruling the 6th, 8th, or 12th house must default to donation, requiring the ongoing discipline of weekly charity over a one-time purchase. For those currently in an active crisis, low-risk donations serve as an energetic emergency brake, stopping harmful momentum without the risk of an incorrect gemstone making things worse. For the optimizer, detailed chart analysis reveals exactly where a gemstone will safely accelerate career growth and wealth accumulation. If budget is a concern, targeted weekly donations yield powerful results without the financial strain of expensive sapphires or diamonds. Mastering these levers of amplification and subtraction transforms a birth chart from a fixed fate into a consciously engineered reality.